And at this point, we will reflect on the incredible achievements and milestones of the University of Makati this year. It is my honor to introduce our visionary leader, Professor Alexursi Ramos, the University President, to deliver the State of the University address. Let us give him our utmost attention and respect. Let's give a hand to our University President.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. And thank you very much for your presence this morning. This is the first time that I'm actually going to address the entire University of Makati family. And this is going to be a tradition that we're going to do every year as we share our accomplishments for the past year. And a very wonderful year it is for the University of Makati. Nung ako po ay nahalal bilang presidente ng University of Makati, natatandaan ko po during the public forum, isa dun sa mga binanggit ko na siguro nakaiwan ng tatak sa karamihan po sa atin, ay nang binanggit ko na itataya ko mismo yung aking pamilya, yung kinabukasan ng aking pamilya, dahil sila ay dito nag-aaral at hindi ko papabayaan na babagsak ang kalidad, kundi lalo pa natin pagbubutihin ang kalidad natin dito sa University of Makati. And reflecting on that journey, during our university planning, sabi ko nga po doon sa mga opisyalis natin na nakadalo, napakagaling na talaga ng University of Makati. Ang galing na talaga natin. Ang dami nating mga accomplishments, ngunit hindi tayo matatapos doon. Paano ba natin narating ito at ano ba yung mga tinahak natin na landas, no? Para bilang makilala, bilang isa talagang premyadong universidad, hindi lamang ngayon sa Pilipinas, kung hindi na rin sa buong mundo. So, allow me to share with you our accomplishments. This is going to be the State of the University of Makati address. During my investiture, I highlighted a 10-point agenda that we want to achieve for the University of Makati. And let's see, ano ba yung mga nagawa na natin to be able to meet itong objectives na to, itong 10 na to. Unang-una, sabi binanggit ko noong aking investiture, is for the University of Makati to be the first local university in the country to be globally ranked and recognized. To be the first. Okay? Iba kasi kapag ikaw yung una. Diba? No one can ever claim na sila yung nauna kung hindi only the first. And true enough, we were the first local university to be ever ranked. And how did we achieve this? And what are the steps that we did to be able to ensure that we will continuously be ranked? Unang-una, itinayo natin sa pamamagitan ng ating bagong direktor na si Camille Navarro, yung ating Center for International and Global Affairs. And soon, we will already get our accreditation from the Bureau of Immigration. We can now accept foreign students as well here in the University of Makati. Bakit tayo kukuha ng foreign students sa University of Makati? Hindi naman natin kailangan ng pera o ng tuition. Actually, ito pong pagpasok ng foreign students ay dahil kinilala tayo hindi lamang ng Commission on Higher Education, kung hindi ng iba pang mga higher governing institutions na may kalidad ang ating pamantasan. Kaya po, sa susunod na school year, tayo po ay pinili ng USAID para isa sa mga higher educational institutions na papadalhan nila ng scholar, sila ang gagastos na manggagaling sa ibang bansa at napili po ang University of Makati bilang isang institusyon na papadala ng USAID ng mga foreign student scholars. Para din po natin mas lalo pa nating maintindihan at lalo natin marating itong achievement na to o itong goal na to, nag-conduct po tayo kasama po ang ilang mga dekano at ang ating mga management officials at mga directors ng iba't ibang mga opisina ng mga student visits or engagement o yung tinatawag natin ng benchmarking activities. Nagpunta po tayo sa Europa, nakapagpirma po tayo ng Memorandum of Agreement sa isang premyadong universidad doon, yung IE University. Nakapunta din po tayo ng China, meron din po tayong partnership agreements doon sa South Korea. And kararating ko lamang po, nito lamang pong nakaraang linggo, meron na rin po tayong partnership agreement sa Estados Unidos na para po doon sa mga site students natin, pwede na po kayong mag-practice teaching sa United States at sagot po ng partner natin lahat ng gastusin. Okay? So this is a great opportunity for us. Hindi ko pa pala nabibigay yung MOA kay Dr. Berganya at saka kay Ma'am Camille, but we already signed this. So with this, we have actually forged a lot of partnership agreements with international institutions. Ngunit this is also a learning lesson for us. Halimbawa po, yung napirmahan natin sa IE University. Pwede nyo pong i-google yung IE University. That is the top business school in the whole of Spain. And actually ranked very highly in Europe. Binigyan po nila tayo ng slot for scholarship. 100%. Kung gusto nyo mag-aral sa Espanya, 100%. Wala kang babayaran. Kaya lang, sabi ko nga, these are lessons for us dahil, syempre, pag nagpadala tayo ng ating empleyado doon, currently, our mechanism only allows for a 1-year sabbatical. So ngayon, pinag-uusapan na rin po, iisipan ng management, paano natin susuportahan ang isang scholar ng University of Makati, isang empleyado na pag-aaralin abroad ng mahigit pa sa isang taon. But what I'm saying is we now have that opportunity, not only in Spain but also in South Korea. In fact, meron na po yata tayong napili na isang faculty natin, si Dean Thea Ikalia, ang ipapadala po natin sa South Korea on a scholarship also by our partner higher educational institution. Okay? Tayo din po yung kauna-unahang local university, sabi ko nga, na narank sa World University Rankings for Innovation, or WURI. We were ranked 209th sa buong mundo. And this is an accomplishment not only for the University of Makati, but for the entire country as well. Okay. The University of Makati is also honored with the International Ranking Award at the Internationalization Champions of Nation Building and Sustainability, or yung tinatawag nating ICONS Award 2024 by the Commission on Higher Education. And dahil nga din po dun sa pag-attend natin dun sa WURI Conference, ang inyo pong lingkod ay nahalal bilang Vice Chairman ng World University Network of Innovators. Ito po yung mga presidente ng mga participants ng WURI, presidente ng mga universities. And we elected among ourselves, and I was elected as the Vice Chair. And as Vice Chair, this is something that we are going to look forward to. In 2026, the Philippines, the University of Makati will host the WURI Conference here in the Philippines. At hindi lamang po ako yung na-elect, ha? May mga kasama po tayo, kagaya po ni Dean Jason Berganya, ni Dr. Henry Magat, na na-elect din po sa Board of WUNI Leaders po natin. Si Dr. Cariaga po, ang ating pong VP for Planning and Research, was also elected as Board of Director of the ASEAN Association of Schools of Pharmacy. This is also one of our achievements in our road towards internationalization. And Sabi ko nga po kanina, the University of Makati was chosen by the USAID to be one of the few select HEIs to be part of the Diversity and Inclusion Scholarship Program, an initiative that will provide scholarships to marginalized students in Myanmar to pursue higher education opportunities in countries like the Philippines. Alam niyo po, sa libu-libong higher educational institution sa Pilipinas, 6 lamang po ang pinili ng USAID at ng CHED para tanggapin po itong mga scholars na to. So ibig sabihin po nun, talagang napakagaling na ng University of Makati. Yung pangalawa po doon sa binanggit ko na 10-point agenda is to continue the tradition of excellence in law education and in other board-related programs that we offer. Kalalabas lamang po nung resulta ng licensure examination for civil engineers, and napakaganda po ng performance natin. So congratulations, Dean Concept, and of course sa CCSCE. And bago po niyan, ay lumabas din po yung results ng licensure exam for nurses. At pumasok po tayo among the top performing schools, and we even had a top placer, 9th place, si Miss Clarice K. Amaba. So congratulations din po sa Institute of Nursing. Doon po sa ating pharmacist licensure examination, noong April 2024 exam, 100% po ang ating passing for the first takers, and 80% ang ating passing rate, which is again more than double the national passing average. And during the 2024 examination, we had an impressive 90.32 passing rate, which is again significantly much higher than the national passing rate. Ganun din po sa ating board licensure examinations for psychologists and psychometricians. Ang ating pong August 2024 passing rate is 76%, higher than the national average pa rin po. And even in our licensure examination for teachers, 100% ang passing rate for first-time takers in elementary level and 91.78% passing rate in the secondary level. At kausap ko nga lang po, katabi ko po kanina yung ating dekano ng ating School of Law, si Dean George. Sabi niya sa akin, Pres, magpa-ready ka na ng bonfire, magpa-ready ka na ng celebration on Friday because we're very confident paglabas ng bar results on Friday, we will again have a very exceptional performance in the bar examinations. Isa po dun sa mga pinag-usapan natin during our planning conference is paano natin gagawin itong modelo at paano pa natin ito masusustain. Mas lalo na doon sa iba pa po nating mga board-related courses na medyo kailangan pa talaga ng konti pang tulak para talaga masabi natin na narating na rin natin yung level of excellence in that area. So, sa pamamagitan po ng office po ni VP Hill, nagbibigay na po tayo ngayon ng review center subsidy. No? Dati po, wala po yan. Kaso ngayon po, in fact, isa nga po yan din sa mga accomplishments natin during the term of Mayor Abby Binay. Lahat po ng ating mga estudyante that are enrolled in a board-related program are now entitled to a review subsidy. Okay? Para makatulong po sa paghahanda nila para sa pagkuha ng examination. Okay? And during the bar exams, with the help of the local city government and the university admin, nabigyan din po natin ng napakagandang preparasyon yung ating mga bar takers. We provided hotel accommodation for them and even yung mga last-minute mga bar tips, dahil po sa napakagaling na ating bar operations. And we also give incentives for honor students and board top-notchers. And just last week, nung nag-uusap po, umattend po si VP Ivan at saka si VP Net sa planning ng city dun sa urban UDD, na pag-usapan, how can we further be of service to the city lalong-lalo na dun sa pag-provide ng supply of talent. Isa po ngayon sa kinakraft sa office po ni Attorney Jewel Bulos is magkaroon po ng partnership agreement with the different departments of the city para po lahat ng gagraduate natin sa board-related courses ay bibigyan kaagad ng job offer ng City Government of Makati. Okay? Lalong-lalo na po sa allied health programs. At siguro po, kung nababalitaan nyo din, magkakaroon ng panibagong salary standardization sa panahon po ni President Marcos. At next year, ang pagkakaalam ko po, ang entry-level salary na ng isang nurse is going to be 40,000 pesos in government hospitals. No? So, kung kayo po, kagaya ko po, no? Meron akong anak na nag-aaral, graduating ng nursing, bakit ka pa maghahanap pa ng ibang eskwelahan na magbabayad ka na napakamahal na matrikula, dito nyo na sa UMAC pag-aralin. Diba? Dahil napakagaling naman ng ating mga centers at mga colleges na nag-o-offer ng board-related examinations. Pangatlo, we said that we will take risks in hopes of developing new models and techniques to help improve the quality of education in our country. Yesterday, our Dean of the College of Innovative Teacher Education was part of the first Teacher Education Summit. And through his leadership, we have officially transformed our senior high school department, or yung ating HSU, as the official laboratory school of the College of Innovative Teacher Education. And we are also very much excited doon sa kanyang excited program din na ilalatag para sa College of Innovative Teacher Education. Ang hamon ko nga po kay Dean Jason Berganya is to reimagine what senior high school should look like. Diba? Sabi ko nga sa kanya, kung walang classroom at kung wala ng mga subjects, anong gagawin? What would it look like? And then yung hamon natin. And also through the College of Innovative Teacher Education, we have also partnered with Khan Academy Philippines. And just recently, Khan Academy has already conducted training and workshops for the faculty to equip them with the skills to navigate and effectively utilize the revolutionary platform that has helped millions of students worldwide. Kahapon, during the launching of Canmigo, the University of Makati was especially mentioned as one of the pioneering partners of Khan Academy Philippines, and they're very much actually happy with our partnership and supportive of all our efforts. Also, in our senior high school program, we have also kicked off our financial literacy program with the Cebuana Luwilier Foundation, making it the first among all local universities to actually include a financial literacy course in senior high school. Kumbaga nga po, pinag-uusapan pa lang ng gobyerno, sabi nga ni Mayor Abby kanina, ginagawa na natin. Dahil ito po ngayon may nakasalang na batas para include ang financial literacy sa curriculum ng Basic Ed. Kaso sa UMAC, ginagawa na. Pinag-iisipan pa lang ng iba, ginagawa na po natin dito sa University of Makati. This year also, we have also bridged academic and action through innovative programs when we officially launch our BS in Social Work and our BS in Disaster Risk Management under the Institute for Social Development and Nation Building under the leadership of Dean Lot. Dean Lot, parati kong sinasabi sa kanya, di ba, na yung pag-offer natin, lalo na nung Bachelor in Disaster Risk Management, this is something keeping with tradition of the University of Makati na kakaiba. No? And madadagdagan pa yan because during the last University Council meeting and after so many years of waiting, one of our partners is here. We have now officially approved the offering of our Doctor of Chiropractic program which we will launch next school year. So it has already been approved by the University Council and approved by the Executive Committee of the University of Makati. Okay. Also, as one of its partner universities, the USAID Energy Secure Philippines Women Engineers as instruments for sustainable. Thank you. Nabutan ako ng tubig. Okay. For sustainable engineering in renewable energies, invited more than 500 grade 12 students to have the opportunity to participate in training sessions led by the renowned Solar Lolas. Okay? These are 7 ETA women who were trained at Barefoot College in Rajasthan, India to build solar-powered lamps. Through initiatives like this, the University of Makati, USAID, ESP Wiser project continues to promote gender equality and sustainable engineering practices in the Philippines. We have also recently received a certificate of accreditation. Again, this is a first. Marami tayong first, no? As a cooperative training provider from the Cooperative Development Authority. So kudos also to the members of the UMAC Co-op, okay, for spearheading this opportunity to become partners with the Cooperative Development Authority of the Philippines. And kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga binabanggit ko na mga ginagawa natin is geared and centered towards incorporating sustainable development goals. Okay? In fact, ito ngayon yung pinaghahandaan natin that we will now actually integrate SDGs into our curricular programs, our projects and activities to contribute to their achievement and create long-term impact and sustainability. Okay? A couple of weeks ago as well, the city government of Makati, in fact, tapped the University of Makati to be a lead in ensuring and in actually tracking the performance of the city in compliance with the SDGs. This is in line with actually our goal to be the research arm of the city government of Makati. Kanina po, yung pang-apat, for UMAC to be the first Laudato Si certified LUC in the country. Kanina po, yung ating pong mass presider na si Father Francis Gustilo actually had a very interesting proposition. Sabi niya, Press X, pwede bang UMAC ang mag-champion din ng green or ecological curriculum? Okay? And sabi ko, bakit nga naman hindi? Meron na tayong mga Laudato Si certified environmental trainers dito sa University of Makati. Pinadala po natin sila under scholarship sa Don Bosco School of Theology, and now they are certified environmental trainers. Also, early this year, we had our groundbreaking for our own MRF, our own materials recovery facility, as well as a composting and hydroponics facility here at the University of Makati. And we also started a tradition. Nagsimula ulit tayo ng isa pang panibagong tradition. And hopefully this will be carried by the future presidents in the future, that for every new UMAC president that will be elected or appointed in the future, to plant a local tree under his or her name here inside the campus. So, ako po, nagtanim po tayo ng kamagong. No? Diyan po sa ating area dito sa University Oval. And it's something that is a legacy na kahit wala na po ako dito sa University of Makati or kahit wala na po tayo, makikita natin, mababalikan natin, itong punong to, tinanim during the term of the presidency of so-and-so. Okay? Number 5, we also aspire for UMAC to be the first LUC with the Knowledge, Innovation, Science, and Technology Park in the country. Hindi man matuloy sa ngayon yung KIST, okay? But we are doing a lot of things related or geared towards actually creating an incubation home here at the University of Makati. Ano yung mga ginawa na natin? Sa office po ni Vice President Net Cariaga, we have participated in several events organized by DOST to foster the growth and advancement of startups within the region. And in fact, we are now a member of the Strategic and Collaborative Alliance for Leveraging Ecosystem of Startups in the National Capital Region. And in line with our trust to reinforce innovation and entrepreneurship culture at the University of Makati, we have also constituted a core working group for the setting up of our very own technology business incubator. So sina Dr. Makalaging po ang nangunguna dyan, okay? Para po ma-commercialize na natin yung ating mga projects dito sa University of Makati. Sixth is for UMac to develop a stronger culture for research. To date, we have already 46 Scopus indexed papers at the University of Makati, still the most among all LUCs in the country. And the management has already approved an incentive mechanism of 100,000 pesos for every Q1 or Q2 research publication that will be published by employees of the University of Makati. Okay? Hindi po biro yung 100,000. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Sa Lasal nga po, it's only 75,000 pesos. Sa atin, 100,000 ang ibibigay natin. No? So, I hope this also encourages us, to also be serious about our research initiatives. We have also increased publication incentives we have also provided funding of student-led research activities. Ito po yung resulta ng pag-standardize natin ng ating research fee. Ngayon, gone were the days na kailangan yung mga estudyante magsusolicit para pambili ng cake o pangregalo ng USB doon sa mga panel. Diba? Wala na po tayong ganong klaseng kalakaran ngayon. Now, everything is centralized. We can now also afford to invite actually experts to sit down and actually evaluate the work of our students. This year, okay, we also made a strategic investment. This is under the office of our university secretary, by reestablishing the Innovation and Technology Support Office or ITSO. Okay? Ngayon po, pwede na nating ipa-copyright, ipa-trademark lahat ng mga gawa ng ating mga estudyante at mga empleyado dito sa University of Makati. Number 7 is for the University of Makati to be a hub for developing talent in culture and in sports, no? In arts and in sports. In sports, ano po ba mga na-achieve natin? Ang ating women's basketball team ay silver medalist sa ASCO Season 22. Our UMac dance sport team ay champions sa PDSFI Quarter Ranking National Championships. Ang ating pong touch rugby team ay champion at the Tap Touch Bliss. Our student athletes are part of local and national teams actively competing for victory to bring honor to our city and also to our country. And this year's graduations, summa cum laude, Miss Patricia Lesio is an athlete. No? First time, no, na athlete ang ating summa cum laude and competes for the university's swimming team, breaking stereotypes and providing that athletes can also perform excellently in academics. In the culture and performing arts, the University of Makati student performing arts groups attended master classes with highly regarded and award-winning Filipino baritone Professor Cipriano de Guzman and staged a performance as a culminating activity. The University of Makati Choral, which performed earlier, won the silver diploma for mixed choir and equal voices category at the Sing Tarlac Sing Choral festival and competition. They were also, as announced earlier, the grand champion of the Tinig ng Pasko Choral Competition of TV5, bringing home 500,000 pesos in cash prize. Our UMAC Jammers were first runner-ups in Gabi ng Kabataan Battle of the Bands. And the University of Makati Performing Arts Theater has now become a hub for cultural shows and artistic performances. Since its blessing and inauguration last June 2024, we have hosted several events by the city's Museum and Cultural Affairs Office. We have also hosted performances by the Alice Reyes Dance Philippines, and our very own collective arts of students and thespians have also successfully staged a modern retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Number 8, for the University of Makati to be a model of passport system for an integrated learning modality for local universities and colleges. What have we done to be able to achieve this? Out of 96 higher educational institutions that applied for an accelerator grant, UMAC's Learning Journey Passport System was chosen by the U.S.-Philippine Partnership for Skills Innovation and Lifelong Learning, or Upskill Transformation Accelerator Program, as one of 12 LUCs that will receive a grant from the USAID. Okay. This is also an accomplishment in itself. Number 9, to continue to champion and take the lead in industry academe partnerships and linkages. Today, we have forged partnerships with 578 unique, actually 579 na, isama na natin yung pinirmahan ko lang sa US, kababalik ko lang, unique active institutions. Among these are 17 or 18 international institutions, and there has been an increase of more than 10% in the number of documented partnership contracts compared to last year. We will continue to award our industry partners through the Industry Partners Recognition Day annually to celebrate and recognize their contributions to our institutions. Some of these notable partners, of course, is the PJ Luilier Incorporated, Alice Reyes Dance Philippines, Global Peace Foundation, just to name a few. Lastly, for the University of Makati to be a preferred school of choice because of academic excellence. And I'd just like to highlight that before I go on the list of our accomplishments, because of our exceptional academic excellence, of course, led by our Vice President for Academic Affairs, VP Ed Tapia, no? That our excellence in academics will not be a reality if not complemented by the hard work of our administrative personnel led by VP Jewel Bulos. So, ito pong mga binabanggit ko ng mga accomplishments na to, this is a collective effort not only by our academic personnel but equally as well by our administrative personnel here in the University of Makati. Kaya po kanina, sabi nga ni Mayor, no, binulong ko yun sa kanya, under her leadership, 9-year term, almost 400 employees of the University of Makati actually had personnel movement, either na-promote or na-regular. Unlike years in the past, under leaderships in the past na kung kailan lang maisipan na magkaroon ng personnel movement, ay sakalang magkakaroon. Kaya grabe talaga yung away ng mga unang panahon, no? At grabe yung tampuhan dahil may mga naiiwan at hindi na pagbibigyan. Ngayon, sinasabi po ng ating mayor, basta qualified, may item na available, okay, ibigay natin sa mga empleyado natin. Okay? And I think this has actually spearheaded a culture na masaya at maganda magtrabaho sa University of Makati. And because of that, no, these are just some of the notable achievements that we have as far as our academic excellence is concerned. Our film and animation students from the Institute of Arts and Design are consistently and continuously winning awards in several local, national, and even international competitions. In fact, the Secretary General of TESDA, Kiko Benitez, himself actually commented na napakaganda ng animation or multimedia arts program dito sa university at sila mismo gusto makipag-partner sa atin. Our law students secured top spots in competitions such as the CAICO Debate Cup in 2024, Foundation for Liberty and Prosperity Dissertation Writing Contest, the Movement Against Disinformation Debate Cup, and the third Interlaw Human Rights Debate Competition. Our allied health sciences students emerged as champions in the second Inter-University Interprofessional Education Contest of 2024. Several other students bagging prizes in various contests in their respective areas of specializations. And currently, we are now in the process of undergoing PAASCU accreditation as well. We have already submitted narrative reports and documents in preparation for the initial PAASCU visit next year. But complementing also our academic and our administrative personnel is, sabi nga ni Mayor kanina, kailangan maganda din ang fiscal management ng ating syudad. And we would also like to also thank VP Ivan in making sure as well that all our needs in the university, especially in terms of budgetary requests, are actually taken care of. Marami pa po tayong mga proseso pang kailangan pa nating aralin, marami pa tayong kailangan pang pagbutihin. Ngunit, every time that I go out, parati ko pong pinagayabang, pag tinatanong ako, magkano ang budget ng University of Makati? 1.2 billion pesos. Alam niyo po ba na ang budget natin ay mas malaki pa sa budget ng ibang munisipyo o ng ibang bayan sa Pilipinas? Diba? Kaya wag po nating sayangin itong opportunity na binigay sa atin ng ating pamahalaang lungsod. In fact, nag-uusap-usap nga kami kanina before the mayor came up the stage. Sabi nga niya, at sinusugan nga ito ni Attorney Jewel, ang trabaho ng gobyerno, gastusin yung pera niya. Ngunit kailangan gastusin ng maayos at tama. Okay? Hindi natin objective na magtipid. Okay? That's not part of our metric. Hindi tayo sinusukat kung magkano ang savings natin. In fact, our attention is called if our utilization is low. Okay? So kailangan, lalo pa natin pagbutihin itong mga prosesong ito. At isa nga dun sa mga notable accomplishments natin dyan, yung budget natin from 826.4 million in 2023, naging 1.25 billion in 2024. Okay? We have also approved the new tuition and token fee scheme for the University of Makati, effective academic year 2024-2025. So, actually, hindi naman po yan sisingilin ng ating city government. Ngunit tinatama natin magkano ba talaga ang investment o magkano ba talaga ang puhunan na binibigay ng ating syudad sa bawat mag-aaral sa University of Makati. Okay? Sa computation po natin, umaabot po. Sabi ko nga, simple mathematics na lang, sabi ko, kung 10,000 yung estudyante natin sa kolehiyo, 1 billion yung budget natin, 100,000 pesos ang gastos natin sa bawat estudyante. Okay? That's how much the city spends for every student here at the University of Makati. And soon, pwede ko na ba itong ipangako, VP Jewel, na by next semester, magagamit na natin ng buildings 2 and 3? Yes daw. Okay. May kuryente na eh. So we will now have more classrooms that we can use the coming second semester. And ang management naman po ng University of Makati, nakikinig naman po kami sa concerns ng ating primary stakeholder, which are our students. So we would also like to commend, of course, my other fellow members in the MANCOM for their quick response to student concerns. Halimbawa po, yung mahabang pila ng ating mga estudyante sa pagpasok sa University of Makati, agad-agad binigyan natin ng temporary solution habang hindi pa po na-install yung permanent solution dyan o yung permanent infrastructure, which is the turnstile para po doon sa mga IDs natin. But yun, na-addressan po natin yan. Okay? We are also more focused now on our extension programs as well. And sabi ko nga po kanina, no, next year, kahit na po may eleksyon, I think naglabas na po ng memo ang ating UMAC HR na mag-ready na ng mga dokumento yung mga empleyado natin that are eligible again for personnel movement. Okay? So, lahat pong ito, sabi ko nga po kanina, lahat itong achievements na inalalatag ng management. No? I'm only a spokesperson in behalf of the entire management of the university. Okay? Lahat pong ito, binabahagi natin at pinagmamalaki natin. And tama po yung sabi ng ating butihing mayor kanina. Halos linggo-linggo, no? Puro congratulatory message ang natatanggap natin doon sa group chat ng mga department heads because of the notable accomplishments that we have here at the University of Makati. And because of that achievement, and because of the level of trust that the city government has with the University of Makati, tayo po ngayon, naipasa na po sa atin, we are now going to be officially the training arm and also the research arm of the city government of Makati. That's a big accomplishment dahil hindi po ba nararapat dahil tayo ay isang eskwelahan na tayo talaga ang training at saka ang research arm ng ating syudad. Okay? Ganun na po kataas ang tiwala at pagtingin ng City Government of Makati at hindi lamang po ng ating local government, pati na rin po sa buong mundo. Kaya nga sabi ko, gone were the days na school of second choice or last resort ang UMAC. Pinagnanasahan na po tayo dahil ang UMAC ay magaling. So, in behalf of the management and of course the City Government of Makati, we would like to thank all of you for this remarkable achievement for our beloved university. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.